A Retail Business Guide, Starting and Running a Retail Business. Chapter 1. Retail Business Essays. Retail Business 1. In order to succeed in retail, it has to be in your blood. Selling is not just exchanging money for a good, it's supposed to be a human interaction. Some people are cut out for it, some aren't. There's a guy on the Canadian side of Niagara Falls who runs a big, variety type of store with several floors of goods on it. He is rich enough to do whatever he wants, yet he chooses to run his store because he loves the feel of the marketplace, to serve people, talk to them, make their day by giving a kid a free lollipop or giving an adult a few bucks off the price because he feels like it. To him, this the center of life, his spiritual interaction between people. This is his inspiration in life. There are big flea markets in the big cities which capture this feel of an old marketplace like the ones that still exist in most third world countries. There is a social spiritual feel about these places. You either dig it and try to provide this for your customers, or you're just running a spiritually empty store made up of dollars and cents transactions. You either have the feel of community about your retail establishment, or you're running a faceless business for profit. In truth, the most profitable businesses are the ones that are the most sociable and friendly to their customers. Are you this type of person? I'm not suggesting you go overboard in being friendly, but you're there to serve with a smile because you love to interact with people. This is the true test of a spiritual retailer. For some people, retailing would be a spiritual death. For others, this would be their lifeblood, to talk to customers and serve them all day long. I read a novel in college called The Assistant. It was about a lost soul who was lost until he started working at a store and he thrived in it. It gave him a sense of community. Retailing is uncertainty, trial and error. There is an independently owned supermarket in my hometown. They have a suggestion box up front. People asked for loose bulk food, fresh yogurt, baked bread, fresh fish, vitamins, a beauty salon on premises, insurance sales, etc., and they put all these things in. That's what the manager told me. He said people make requests and they try to fulfill them. The location of your business is important for direct sales. Location, a good product, a deal, and a hassle-free store are the critical determinants of success in retail sales. Whatever you do, you have to pick a good middle-of-the-road price for your products where your customers are satisfied and you make a bit of money in the process. If you don't have price tags on the merchandise, some people won't buy rather than bothering to ask the clerk about it. Despite all the hype about internet sales, mail order, network marketing, shopping TV, etc., the fact is that most people don't want to hear about these methods. Many don't have access to them and most simply don't trust anything except for what they can see in front of them and touch directly with their hands, which is why the concept of the old general store will never leave. It's just that it's in a different package now called supermarkets, department stores, and specialty stores/boutiques, but the concept is the same, and these superstores are bending over backwards to give customers the down-homey, comfortable feeling of being in a ma and pa family-run store. Using myself as a case study, convenience is probably the most important thing to me. If the price of something is roughly the same everywhere, I will go to the closest store. If I can save a few bucks, I might drive a few miles out of my way, but I won't go too far. My time is more valuable than saving a few paltry dollars. I want no hassles. I want to be able to park close to the front door, not worry about getting a parking ticket. I want a well-organized store so I can get to what I want quickly, and I want to make my purchase without waiting too long or the clerk asking me if I want to fill out a credit card application and all that other stuff. I don't particularly like fake patronage either. Don't wish me a good day if you've been told to do that to everyone. Only wish it if you mean it. I like service too, people who act like they're happy to serve you, but I don't want anyone to bother me unless I ask them for help. People want easy, quick access to the products they want, good prices, and the ability to kill several birds with one stone on their trip to your store, so anybody can rent a big commercial space, Stock it with cheap goods and slash or close out liquidation goods and make a profit even with big department stores around because he can offer a greater variety of products at cheaper prices. The major rules of retailing are location and be a people person. Interactions are face to face, people are emotional beings so they have to feel connected you in order to come back. People don't want to feel intimidated in a store, like you're staring at them, scrutinizing them, like everything is behind the counter and they have to ask for it, like sales clerks are on your backs asking if you need help. If I need help, I will ask you. Men want quick service, women generally like to shop around. Men walk into a store already knowing exactly what they want. Women walk in with the intent to browse. The most important thing after personable atmosphere is probably the price followed by the service in case of hassles like the need for instruction/information or return of merchandise. Beyond that, they want a close parking space close to the door and enough hours such that they can come in whenever they feel like it, not limited by a narrow range of hours when the store is open. Retail business 2. Study your competition, determine your target market, pick a location in a reasonable neighborhood without much crime, both for the ease of your customers and your own threat to be robbed, where there is a good flow of traffic, make a business plan, get some funding somehow, get your permits and start doing business. Learn about the general topic of business before, during and after you open yours. Get an accountant, attorney, go to the government business office, your trade/professional organization, to the business section at the library, #650-659, on the internet, the local chamber of commerce and anywhere else you can learn about the business realm. The easiest rules of thumb for maximizing your chance of success are to firstly, do something you love doing anyway, and secondly, study the business for its general intrinsic health currently in society and the viability of success in the area you plan to locate in. For example, shoemakers are a dying breed, don't pick that business. Don't locate in an area where you have strong competitors or where people are poor and can't afford the high-end bicycles you sell. They might steal them but they won't buy them. In many cases, you don't have to start from scratch. You can buy an existing business or open up a franchise. If you get going good, you can branch out into other things like mail order, internet sales, catalogs, etc., or add new categories of products to your existing inventory. Food is always good because people need it at least 3 times a day every day, but the competition is great. There are more food stores and restaurants around than any other type of business. You're looking to sell products that people need to buy all the time like razor blades, cleaning materials, socks, t-shirts, gas, etc., or products that people need that are major purchases like computers, bicycles, cars, furnaces, wood stoves, furniture, etc. Between these two extremes is everything. Some things are luxury products. People buy to treat themselves. Some are necessities. People buy because they need them. In prosperous times, people will buy luxury items but not in lean times. In lean times, people will still buy the necessities but not the luxuries. Some major retail stores are bakery, bars, taverns, nightclubs, bicycle, books, cafe, cameras/photography, camping, car parts, cars, clothing family store, clothing specialty/trendy boutique, computer, software, crafts, department stores, drugstore, entertainment venue like movie theater, nightclub with live music, mini golf course, video arcade, etc. Fishing equipment, florists, furniture store, gardening products, gas stations, general/variety store, gift/knick-knack stores, hardware, home decor, small furniture, home improvement/repair, hunting equipment, jewelry, liquor store, luggage/leather goods, major appliances, medical supplies, motorbikes, Products for disabled people. Restaurants, fast food joints. Shoes. Small appliances. Sporting goods. Stationery, school supplies. Supermarkets, corner food stores. Toy, hobby, game store. Used goods stores, thrift stores, pawn shops. Pick your area, study your competition and go from there. Larger cities can accommodate some specialty stores like a coin collecting shop or an astronomy shop, but smaller communities can't. Some people make a go of selling niche products like skateboards, musical instruments, used CDs, maternity products, baby products, etc. In order to succeed at retail, you have to be a people person, a teacher, mentor, business person, accountant, and hard worker. What will keep customers coming back repeatedly is not just low pricing but friendliness, assistance, and a smile. Are you conveniently located? Do you make it easy to shop? What about your return policy? Are you well stocked? Are you a one-stop shop for whatever your field is? Do you have good, functional displays? Do you have good assistance and service? Do you answer questions readily? Think presentation, selection, service, convenience, efficiency, and low prices. Some free services that go along with the essentials and will help build business are: free bulletin board where people can tack messages and ads up. Free coffee or pop. Taking checks with discretion like with 2 IDs and for under $100. Offer gift certificates. Give $5 coupons for every $1.50 plus purchase. Offer gift wrapping if you own a store that sells gift-type products. Have signs that offer sales like buy one, get second at half price. Offer a clean restroom. Offer shopping baskets/carts. If you have a furniture store, offer free delivery on any purchase over $200. Have a few guys around to carry the furniture out to customers' cars. Have a hassle-free return policy. Some people will abuse it, but it's better to save your good customers by giving everybody hassle-free returns rather than alienate them by not giving hassle-free returns. Offer cleaning, repairing, and adjusting services on what you sell. Get a water fountain put in. Put a payphone in. Have a little lobby where people can sit or wait or leave their kids for a few minutes. Rent out related equipment like carpet cleaner for a carpeting or hardware store, lawnmowers, etc. Should you rent, buy, or build? Most rental agreements in established retail outlets like malls are long-term, restrictive, and tough. Try for your first retail establishment to be some average building in the commercially zoned part of town with easy rental terms. If you can make a go of it here, you can move into a mall if you want, but I personally prefer detached businesses because people go there for speed and for a specific reason. A lot of people at malls are just lounging around, and the average guy wants a detached store that's 50 feet from where he parks as opposed to a mall where he has to waste 5 minutes to get to it. It's little things like that which determine success or failure. Retail business 3. I think a starting business owner should rent first to give it a year or so to see if it's feasible to buy. There is a record of 20 to 50% of new businesses failing within the first 5 years depending on what you read and who you believe, so don't go in with stupid, naive confidence. Anybody can fail, even long-time business executives who've just retired and think a business will be a piece of cake. Nothing can take the place of diligent research before, during and after you start the business. I've seen arrogance everywhere fail. Not just the longtime senior administrator for some large company who decides to go into business, but also Joe Ambitious, who succeeded with cleaning supplies and now thinks the way he sold them will be the same way to sell soda pop, but he's in for a rude awakening. Then there's Joe Schmo, who made a success of his deli in town but doesn't realize the residents of town B are mostly of French origin and don't like his deli foods. Make the storefront look good with good signs. Use a gimmick like a big sign, a statue, a funky color like purple, a big tire, a big mural, anything to make it stand out. Make the interior look clean and neat, temperature regulated, have price tags on the merchandise or on signs on the shelves, have a good variety of merchandise and make prices as low as possible. Be on the lookout for both employee theft and retail theft. Put cameras in if you must to watch your employees. They could be your worst thieves. When the cat is away, the mice will play. If you ever go to Walmart, you will see that you can get banking done there, buy a pair of glasses, get photocopies, printing services, photographs developed, buy insurance, etc. Maybe you're not on that level, but if you can provide services such that people can kill 2 or 3 birds with one stone, all under one roof, so to speak, people will love that because it makes their lives easier. Go to sba.gov and read most of the basic publications they have on their website. Read this book over, taking notes as you go along. Go to hashtag 650-659 at the library, get a computer both for business software usage, accounting, tax, inventory, business plan, etc., and to use the internet to go through some of the websites listed in this book. Most businesses that eventually prosper and grow start out small, on a shoestring, and grow little by little over time as customer demand outstrips the size of your current facility, or you decide to open other retail locations in the area. If you're a general retailer and you want a lot of customers, stack the front of your store with cheap stuff that people always need, like pop, garbage bags, toothpaste, etc. When you look in supermarket ads, they often have a few liters that they sell at cost to get customers in the store, then make money off the other things they buy. Learn the art of displaying your items as you go along. Don't over-advertise or over-expect success. Businesses grow slowly over time as customers get to know you and like you. Always study competitive and non-competitive businesses. Use the good ideas you glean from them. Cash flow can make or break your business. Successful businesses fail if they don't have enough cash on hand to pay bills, so stay rather conservative in this area. In general, it's better to sell 100 widgets at $10 a pop than 50 at $20 each. In a retail store, don't ask if you can help them, tell them if they have any questions, you will be happy to answer them. Retail ads are direct ads which convey a functional message and try to hit you over the head with how great the deal is and how much you need the product. Expect clerks to steal when you're not around. Keep a tight inventory, use scanning inventory software that totals up products sold based on barcode scanning, and install a camera that can keep an eye on what the clerk is doing. The most common form of theft is for the clerk's friends to come in and take merchandise. Make policies regarding checks, returns, operating hours, layaway plan, gift registry, gift certificates. Teenagers in the store possibly shoplifting in general, and security regarding armed robberies. Don't use misleading advertising. It's against the law to have too many sales because it implies that these are really regular prices. A sale is supposed to be a short-term, special affair. Retail business 4. Most consumer decisions are made in the store. Even though most people have an idea of what they want, very few are committed before they enter the store. At least half of all purchases are impulse buys. Planogram is the term used to describe the art and science of arranging products for maximum sales. If they want to sell something, they put a large quantity on display with a big sale sign on it. Slotting, as I discuss elsewhere, is the fee the manufacturer/seller pays the store for premium and quantity of shelf space. Eye level is the most valuable place on supermarket and department store shelves. This is where people look and buy. For kids, eye level is low. Some marketers even put stuff there for the kids to see, then pester their parents about buying. Some TV commercials have kids bugging their parents to buy something for them. Even though this is considered unethical, some companies do it. If you ever find your kids start bugging you about buying something, they may have seen this behavior on TV and are now imitating it. Supermarkets routinely change their layout, where things are located, in order to confuse shoppers to keep them in the store longer looking around so that they buy more product. A good retail store overwhelms the consumer with so much variety and quantity of product that he or she goes into a temporary irrational state where they buy stuff without really thinking about it. This is impulse shopping. Notice all the little goodies near the cash register. This is geared for impulse buying. Impulse buying is also called the Gruen transfer, named after the creator of the first shopping mall in 1956. The intent is to create a kind of oh boy, wow experience for the buyer, to make him feel good, overwhelm him, catch him off guard such that he spends money. Good malls and stores from the seller's point of view are designed to overwhelm with visual sensations through a large array of products, have some pleasant smells there, either food or manufactured scents, have good music and have the layout confusing so the customer has to walk around and look at things, thereby maximizing the probability of impulse sales. The bait and switch is a common tactic to get you in the store. Let's say you see an ad on TV or in the newspaper for a great product at a great price. You go there, they tell you they're out of stock. They have accomplished two things. You made the trip to the store, so rather than feel like you wasted your time, you feel like you should buy something. Secondly, the sales guy is there to point to an alternative, so-called better, more expensive product than the one that was advertised. Some salespeople use a tactic to try to embarrass you into thinking that if you don't buy their products, you're either uncool or a low-class loser who can't afford it. Nobody wants other people to see them in this way, so some will buy in order to avoid the self-perception about themselves even if they can't afford it. Many sales clerks at retail stores are trained to try to sell you extra things by asking you annoying questions if you want this or that. This adds to their bonus/commission. If they don't sell many add-ons, they could be fired for not following the sales script they were trained with. Loyalty cards are great to give shoppers the illusion that they are special customers. Their shopping information is tabulated in the computer when they use the card and could be used to send them notices about products they're interested in based on that. I have heard that some supermarkets are so unscrupulous that they red tag, put a special price on with a red identifying sales tag, the least popular, worst selling items that customers are unlikely to buy for their loyalty customers. The real deal is to get their names so they can send them coupons and stuff like that. If you own a store, consider getting a booth at a flea market, the local annual fair, crafts show, home show, trade show, convention, etc., or a push cart at a mall to sell more of your products and advertise your store at the same time. If you sell jewelry, t-shirts, etc., see about getting a permit to sell from a pushcart in the major tourist part of the city for the tourist season, which is usually summer. If you sell home products, go to public records in the county government, which could be on a website, to see who has purchased a home in the past year. Send them all a letter congratulating them on their purchase and include your catalog or a few coupons with it. There are ways to get the names and addresses of new parents in your area. Hospitals probably won't give this information out. Neither will the vital statistics office that records births, but it might be in the local newspaper where you can find family names. Then look in the phone book for an address. Send them a letter congratulating them on their baby while including a few coupons with it. An easy way is to hold a contest where the prize is a backyard playground or a crib and stroller. All the people that enter are your new mailing list. Make your window displays enticing with signs about sales in order to get customers in off the street who are passing by. Many local hotels usually have a desk or counter where local businesses can put their promotional literature for the hotel guests to peruse through. Find hotels that have these displays and put your promotional stuff there. Join your local convention and visitors bureau to network and take advantage of any promotional programs it has. Consider advertising in your state and local tourist publication. If you run a restaurant or a tourist type of business, advertise on sightseeing buses. If you sell fashion clothing, offer a modeling or ladyhood course. If you run an outdoor shop, offer hiking courses. If you run a wine shop, offer a wine tasting course. Put your store logo and website on your shopping bags, t-shirts, baseball hats, etc. Give some away for free and sell some. People become walking billboards for you. Nike did a good job with their logo, which a lot of people think is so cool that they readily wear it prominently, thinking it makes them part of a cool tribe within society. If you have children's education or health products, Don't advertise on radio stations kids listen to, advertise on radio stations their parents listen to. Customers want convenience. The more related products you sell alongside your main products, the more the customers will like it and the more they will buy. Many retailers provide some kind of matchmaking service through their business. It could be as simple as having a big bulletin board, inviting people to put personal ads up. If you're in a service industry, you will get more business by offering to make house calls and offering to do work until midnight. Some retail stores start a second unrelated business within the first, main store. They covered this for a while on one of the late-night talk shows with people sending in stories about stores that had 2 or more businesses going on under the same roof. Retail Business 5. Know who your audience is, what they want, how to reach them and how to get them to spend money in your store. You have to stay on top of pleasing your customers. If you're in a business where the big guys are your competition, you have to offer what they don't: personal service, friendliness, custom work, etc. You have to look around and listen to see what your customers really want, not what the rulebook says they want. Be aware. A business owner is a part of the community. Befriend as many people as you can, all the way from politicians to street people, because you never know when you'll need them. Join local business organizations and your trade association. When you see new trends, adapt to meet them. 1 is cultural diversity. We're not just white anymore. We're Hispanic, Black, Asian, etc. We're fat and lazy. Can you help us be more fat and lazy, or help us counteract these trends? What are they selling at the mall? What are they advertising on TV? Copy them. Study your customers and your competition. You want customers to see your store as a place to get what they need at a fair price. They want knowledgeable people to help them if they need it. They don't want to drive too far to get there, and they want good customer service. Sell something you know people want and need. Market your store. Make it appear exciting, cool or interesting. Have in-store events. For example, every year in the summer around Memorial Day, Labor Day, or your anniversary, at your store, have a party with free hot dogs, free Coke, etc., even a band who plays in the parking lot. Coke might even supply free Coke in exchange for putting their Coke posters up for the day. Create a mascot for your store, get a costume made, then have him hang out in front of your store here and there giving out free samples or coupons. When I was a kid, there was a department store in our town that would hold free live events in the middle of the store on Saturdays, like magicians, artists drawing caricature portraits, an exotic animal show, folk singers, jugglers, contortionist, balloon sculptor, comedians, free psychic readings, free cooking class, free hairstyling class, pet adoption drive put on by local animal shelter, fashion show, appearances by pop stars, sports stars, etc. They did something like this mostly during the winter months, less so in the summer. Have Saturday events out in the parking lot like flea markets, pony rides for the kids, story hour for the kids, etc. Offer health nonprofit organizations to come in, set up a booth for a few days to pass out literature and even screenings like mammographies, a blood test for prostate cancer, etc. The word sale is so overused that it has lost its appeal. Pick your sales well. Make sure you have true bargains as opposed to fake ones. Contests with small prizes up to $100 are fine. A gym in my area promoted a bikini contest. It was so packed, you could barely find room to watch. Sponsor a local sports team who wear your logo and name on their jerseys. Have contests where you give away free tickets to local games. Sponsor a race or event of some kind. Try to get advertising space at the local arena. Offer a store credit card or a frequent buyer's card. In the supermarkets, they have red tag items which are on sale just for people with these cards. You could offer a straight 15% discount for anyone who shows the card. You could set up a system where for every purchase a customer gets X number of points which can be redeemed for consumer products. Have a gift registry service, which is that couples marrying or anyone else can choose your store to be on their gift registry, which means that if one of their guests or gift givers comes into your store and says they are on so-and-so's gift registry, you pull out a list of what this couple wants, they pick one of the gifts the couple listed on it, pay for it, then you scratch it off the list. Retail one-liners. Know your customer. Help him or her. Supply related products but don't diversify too much. Pick an image and specialty and stick with it. It's called integrity. The more credit cards you take, the more sales you'll have. Employ your children and spouse even if just part-time. It's good for taxes. Keep learning and looking for new ways to get your message out and sell. Visit your competition. Learn from them. If you're really keen, you might want to go to the local schools and colleges, social clubs, etc., and offer seminars or classes on your field of sales. Try to befriend the other retailers in your neighborhood so you have friends to help you here and there. I suggest to lease a store for a while to see if it works before you buy. Keep a budget. Know what your expenses versus sales are roughly. Know your customer. Help him or her. Supply related products but don't diversify too much. Pick an image and specialty and stick with it. It's called integrity. Visit your competition. Learn from them. If you're really keen, you might want to go to the local schools and colleges, social clubs, etc., and offer seminars or classes on your field of sales. Try to befriend the other retailers in your neighborhood so you have friends to help you here and there. I suggest to lease a store for a while to see if it works before you buy. Keep a budget. Know what your expenses versus sales are roughly. Follow legal regulations. Always be on the lookout for cheaper sources of your products. Display your wares in a straight, open manner. Get a feel for what is a good price to keep customers happy while making a profit. You have to watch your customers and adjust to what they want. You have to feel like your store is part of the community. Learn from other retailers, especially from your direct competition. Copy their good ideas. Sell something that has the following qualities. You like this product. Customers want it. You can make a profit. It is recession-proof. It always sells regardless of the state of the economy. You don't have a lot of competition in the area. Good retailers are expansionists. They sell through the internet, through catalogs, at flea markets, open other stores, etc. Offer gift certificates. People can buy gift certificates which can be redeemed as cash in your store. One store has a bulletin board where you can put free personal ads for dating. Offer to make service house calls. Get a website to complement your retail business. Make it easy to shop in your store. Hire friendly, knowledgeable salespeople. Train them. Pay them well. Make the store look good and clean. Post signs in your windows advertising sales. Customers have to feel a friendly atmosphere when they enter your store. Offer sales and have promotions. Decorate for holidays. Have promotions then. Change the store and or have sales with the changing of the seasons. Get involved in the community through charity work, etc. Try to get into the local media through hosting events. Chapter 2. Retail Business Topics. Cross Promotions. Cross promotions is a concept where you get together with other companies or stores who could be all in the same location or in the same business but you don't compete with each other. For example, a car dealership might get together with a gas station to run a contest together which they each promote for their own benefit and for their cross-promotion partners' benefit. If you're a travel bookseller, contact an airline company, offer them a free page of exclusive advertising at the back in exchange for them giving $100 off 2 return trips anywhere to the people who buy the book. Fill in the order form at the back and send it in as part of a contest. The possibilities of cross-promoting partners is limited only by your imagination. Think up an idea and approach the other business to see if they're interested. There should be a legal agreement among the cross-promoting partners covering all the elements of the promotion. Adjust it as you go along to make it better. One simple way to cross-promote is to either display and slash or sell your partner's merchandise in your store. For example, if a toy store and a children's clothing store decide to cross-promote, each would have a display of some of the other's products in the store which they either sell or just display with each other's catalogs to give away to customers. Some stores have coupons of their partner store. When they make a sale, they put one in the bag. Cross-promoting stores routinely advertise together, thus saving money on advertising costs. They are both in the same ad. Cross-promoting stores might hold a contest, a community event or something like that together. A clothing store might hand out coupons for 3 articles dry clean free at Joe's Dry Cleaning, while Joe's Dry Cleaning hands out coupons for 20% off any purchase at the clothing store. Cross-promotions are big with banner exchanges and links on websites. Apple.com/iPod/Nike, Apple Nike cross-promotion. Auctionbytes.com, look for articles. blogs.webpronews.com/2006/10/23/Google's-cross-promotion-strategy. Business.com. Crosspromotion.info. Crosspromotions.com. ebaydeveloper.typepad.com/dev/2006/10/tech_support_al.html. freeauctionscripts.com/cross-promotion/ebay-cross-promotion-tool.php. helloarticle.com/cross-promotion- includes -joint-ventures-r574.htm. inmotionpromotion.com/11517.cfm. leeutilities.com/partners/affiliate/terms/cross-promotion. madscience.org/partnerships/cross-promotions.aspx. mcdar.net/12355.php, secrets to using cross-promotion to increase your business. midama.it/marketing/cross-promotion.html. ofcom.org.uk/tv/fi/code/cross-promotion code/cross-promotion-code.pdf. originatortimes.com, profiting from your website through cross-promotion. pages.ebay.co.uk/help/sell/cp-strategies.html, cross-promotions. pages.ebay.com/help/sell/cp-strategies.html. pertinent.com/pertinfo/business/care7.html, cross-promotion success stories to give you ideas. promotionlink.com, find tie-in partners. riflesioni.it/cross_promotion.htm. robersondesign.com/alfarticle/article10.html, cross-promotion turns marketing molehills into mountains. sayitbetter.com/articles/sib_cust_attr_promo.html. scripts.com. shelfimpact.com/archive/article_topics/cross_promotional_packaging. Jamie Charity Brands Services. 1. Blue Hill Plaza, Pearl River, New York 10965. 914-620-0700. Fax 914-620-1885. JamieMarketing.com. Promotions company which unites a corporation with a charitable organization to do some manner of cross-promotion. Holiday marketing. Think up ideas for sales and promotions during holidays. Some holidays are: New Year's Day, January 1st. Epiphany, Christian, 12 days after Christmas, January 6th. Martin Luther King, Monday, 3rd week of Jan. Groundhog Day, 1st Monday in February. Constitution Day, February 5th. Lincoln Day, Mon, 2nd week of February. Lincoln's birthday, February 12th. Valentine's Day, February 14th. President's Day, Mon, 3rd week of February. Washington's birthday, February 22nd. Shrove Tuesday, late February. Lent, Ash Wednesday, late February. National Anthem Day, March 3rd. Purim/Feast of Lots, Jewish, March 12th. St. Patrick's Day, March 17th. St. Joseph's Day, March 19th. Spring Equinox, March 21st. Passover, Sunday, second week of April. Palm Sunday, Good Friday, Easter, April. Professional Secretaries Day, April 21st. Mother's Day, second Sunday in May. Victoria Day, Canada, 3rd Mon of May. Memorial Day, 4th Mon of May. Pentecost, Christian, end of May. Shabbat, Hebrew Pentecost, end of May. Flag Day, June 14th. Father's Day, 3rd Sunday in June. Canada Day, July 1st. Independence Day, July 4th. Labor Day, 1st Mon of Sept. Rosh Hashanah, Jewish, around Sept 18. Yom Kippur, Day of Atonement, Jewish, around Sept 27. Sukkot, Feast of Tabernacles, around October 5th. Columbus Day, Mon, second week of October, around October 11th. Thanksgiving, Canada, second week of October. Simchat Torah, Rejoicing of the Law, around October 13th. Halloween, October 31st. All Saints' Day, November 1st. Election Day, November 6th. Veterans Day, Sun, second week of November, around November 11th. Thanksgiving, Thursday, third week of November. Advent, Christian, end of November. Hanukkah, around December 10th. The solstices, December 21/June 21st. Christmas, December 25th. Boxing Day. Ramadan, Muslim, near the end of the year. CapeCod.net/Wixon/holidays. Chases.com. HolidayFestival.com. HolidayInsights.com. Holidays.net. Hyperion.advanced.org/10007. National-holidays.com. ReadersDigest.com. TheHolidaySpot.com. USACITYLink.com/Cupid. ZIA.com/holidays. ZIA.com/holidays. Theft from employees. Hardly anyone talks about business security, such things as getting broken into, getting mugged when you leave at night because they want your cash earnings, employee theft, retail theft, getting ripped off by suppliers, getting pesky lawsuits, internet security, etc. Between retail theft, shoplifting, and employee theft, the general consensus is that employees steal much more than shoplifters. They can doctor the accounts and steal electronically, steal supplies, steal time by sleeping on the job, using the company vehicle for personal business, and even sabotage in some cases if some employees feel miffed by their employers. There are laws, as I discuss elsewhere, as to what rights an employer has in putting surveillance gear up in his workplace and in monitoring the internet usage of his employees. In general, except for the bathroom, employees should not have any reasonable expectation of privacy in the workplace. The employer rules. He can pretty well do what he wants within reason. If you sell a lot of common retail goods and have a garbage bin out back where employees have to take garbage, restrict access to this area from the public and put a surveillance camera up there. Employees are notorious for throwing some products in with the garbage, then they themselves or a friend drives by and picks it up. You have to plug all your holes, otherwise they will steal you blind. That's my attitude after all I've seen. I believe that if given the opportunity to steal something with a low probability of getting caught, most employees will steal from the company. Put a camera in the ceiling directly over your cash register like they do to the dealers in Vegas. Many cashiers invite their friends and then ring up a $100 item for $1 or stuff like that. Even in stores that use scanners, there are always some items that have to be manually rung in. Don't hire employees who have a criminal record or a serious financial problem. You're just asking for it. Do not allow free access to the storeroom. People are allowed in there only if they need to be. Have one standard employee entrance and exit. Make employees report to you before they leave. Be aware of employees who come too early or stay too late. I've seen all kinds of employee scams. If more than one person has access to the safe, unless you have a camera on it, you can't prove who robbed it even if you know who did it. There was a case of the night hotel clerk who robbed the safe. Everybody knew it but they couldn't prove it. The police can't waste too much time on a minor inside job theft. There is only so much investigating they can do. He just denied. He told me he did it. I believed him. He saw $10,000 cash laying there and the temptation was so great. There was a case I read of a woman bank employee who somehow doctored the nightly deposits from businesses and stole over $50,000 in small increments until she got caught by a fluke. The other one was the employee who created a phony company which was supposedly a supplier to the company he worked for. He made up lots of invoices and pocketed the money himself. If any employee is using a cash register, you have to create a system whereby only that employee will use that register for that time period. If someone comes to replace him, he or she brings a separate till with them. The other employee counts the money in his till. The money is compared against the cash register receipts. This way everything is documented. In order to catch embezzlers, you need a tight rein on the paperwork and the money. Do occasional audits. Spend a few days every so often opening all incoming mail yourself to see if there is a phony supplier or something similar in the bunch. If you suspect a crime, don't jump the gun. Investigate before you make an accusation. If you have a loading platform, don't allow personal vehicles to be parked near it. Have it fenced off separately. Overall, stay vigilant with respect to your inventory and the paperwork. Look for discrepancies. If you hire a clerk to run your store at night and all of a sudden the take goes down by 20%, don't ignore it. That's a red flag. A buddy of mine owned a fitness center. When he hired a new guy to work there from 6 to 10 o'clock at night, all of a sudden the weekly take for new memberships and day memberships dropped like a rock. The guy was stealing, so he filed a civil lawsuit against him and the judge ended up giving him the guilty verdict with an award of only $1. It was a big waste of time dragging it through court. In general, business law books are at number 346 at the library. Crime type books are at hashtag 363-364. Consumer education books are at number 640. Business security books are at hashtag 658.47. Contactinc.com, consulting company. Alt.crime. Alt.truecrime. apbonline.com. atf.trees.gov, alcohol, tobacco, and firearms. atf.trees.gov/aesis2/index.htm, arson and explosives. colorado.edu/csbv/infohouse/violet, study of prevention of violence. crime-prevention.org. crimebeat.ca, Canada. crime.org. edc.org/hhd/hatecrime/id1_homepage.htm, National Center for Hate Crime Prevention. ed.gov/offices/oese/sdfs/safeschools.html. info-corp.com. lossprevention.org. nal.usda.gov/pavnet, Research on Violence. ncpc.org, 800 NCPC 911, National Crime Prevention Council. ncvc.org, 800 FYI Call, National Center for Victims of Crime. oecd.org/dsdi/st/it/secur/prod/priv-n, Guidelines on the Protection of Privacy and Transborder Flows of Personal Data. trainingexperience.com, 800-466-1010, Citizens Against Crime. USDOJ.gov, Department of Justice. USDOJ.gov/VAWO, Violence Against Women. Some products are cloakandagger.com, guardian-tech.info, 877-242-7700, hiddenoptics.com, lock.com, microcameras.com, radioshack.com, schlegellock.com, spybase.com, spyoutlet.com, spyzite.com, spyzone.com, tyco.com, thespystore.com, Accredited Lock Supply Co., New Jersey, 800-652-2835, Ademco Alarms, Syosset, New York, 11791, 800-573-0154, ademco.com, ADT Security Systems, 7399 Boston Boulevard, Springfield, Virginia, 22153, 800-489-9020, 800 ADT ASAP, 800-427-2 ADT, ADT.com, ADT.ca, Canada. Advanced Security, 2964 Peachtree Street, Atlanta, Georgia, 30305, 800-241-0267, USSECassociation.com, CEO-video.com, 800-816-9833, Hidden Cameras. Retail theft from customers/loss prevention. Most shoplifters are amateurs. They give themselves away by looking around a lot to see if they are being watched. This is the easiest way to pick them out. Most shoppers are oblivious to their surroundings except for what they are doing. Shoplifters are watching. They're hyper-aware. The good ones make themselves look like they're not paying attention when they really are. If you see someone in your store constantly looking around, checking people out, he or she is a shoplifter. The major categories of shoplifters are: youth, the biggest category; low class, homeless types probably hooked on booze or drugs; kleptomaniacs, steal to get back at a world they perceive as unjust; opportunity thieves, steal if they feel there is a low probability of getting caught; professionals, look for expensive things to steal and sell. Shoplifters can work alone or in groups. They pick times when the store is either busy or when there are less employees, like at lunchtime. They often use props like shopping bags, sports bags, baby carriages, umbrellas, and even fake casts to hide their booty. Shoplifters wear bulky and otherwise doctored clothes. If it's a hot day and you see someone wearing a big coat, chances are that he's a shoplifter. Be alert for a loitering shopper or one who walks round and round. Keep expensive merchandise close to you. Put mirrors and cameras up. One store has cameras mounted up which are all fakes, but they discourage some shoplifters. Use big packaging for small, expensive items. Use security tags which go off if not disabled like Walmart does. Post signs up stating that all shoplifters will be prosecuted. One store routinely announces code red in aisle X every 15 minutes or so over the PA system in order to scare possible shoplifters who think they've been discovered. A booster box is a box they're carrying that looks legitimate but is a front to shove something in it and steal it. An acquaintance of mine used to carry a fake case of beer around and shove things in it. Dressing rooms are places for easy theft. You need some kind of accounting system. A lot of people switch price tags. You can deter shoplifters by not having any blind areas in your store where no one can be seen. Use cameras and even a security guard at the entrance. Many stores now have sensor detectors at their doors which they hide in certain products. If the cashier does not demagnetize it, a buzzer will go off when you pass through the sensor device at the doors. When there is a shoplifter in your store, you can use reasonable restraint to hold him there while police come, but you have to watch out for your safety. Some shoplifters will kill you rather than risk going to jail. Do not search a shoplifter beyond the outerwear unless the police are there. Just restrain him and wait until they come. If the shoplifter has shoved something down his underwear, wait for the police to do it. Shopliftingprevention.org, the National Association for Shoplifting Prevention. Bungie.biz, Retail Theft Protection. Provides loss prevention training and consulting solutions to retail companies. crimedoctor.com/shoplifting.htm. dailiestalks.com/odp.cgi ? Pass URL =business/retail_trade/loss_prevention. fmi.org/law/ort, Food Marketing Institute. freepatentsonline.com/5589820.html, Retail Theft Prevention and Information Device. gemstate.net/stockboy/invcontrol.htm, Inventory Control. google.com/alpha/top/business/retail_trade/loss_prevention. iccmnewsline.com, International Contact Center Management, ICM, Satellite Security Systems Inc. prweb.com, Office Zone offers tips on loss prevention and security deterrence. retailspy.com, Retail Spy CCTV Technical Help. securityhanger.com. senseme.com. sensortags.com, Anti-theft retail store security equipment. shopliftingprevention.org. stopretailloss.com. thealarmclock.com/mt/archive/security. theft-prevention.qarchive.org. thinksecret.com/news/retailtheft.html. crimedoctor.com/lossprevention.htm. dragon-guard.com, shoplifting tagging machine for sale. Robbery victim. Burglar-proof your store from robbery. Don't give the business key out to too many people. Make sure it can't be duplicated. The few bucks it costs to keep the business lit up at night may deter a theft. Leave your cash register open and empty at night to deter a robber from breaking it. Don't keep a safe in the business if you can help it. Once the word gets around that you have a safe, it's like putting a target on your chest. Dogs can be a good deterrent if kept in a business or in the business parking lot at night. Don't develop a reputation as a dude carrying a wad of cash. It just sets you up for robbery. The easiest way to avoid bad checks is to not take checks, not even payroll checks, which are easily forged or stolen and the ink made to vanish by soaking it in a chemical solution. Then when it dries, the thief signs their own name to it. The easiest time to be mugged is when you leave at night. Robbers assume you have the take from the day on you. Develop a system where you are connected with someone on your cell phone as you leave the store so they can call the cops if there's trouble, or always try to leave with someone else who goes out in front of you and brings the car up to the door. There is crime insurance on the market. Detect counterfeit money. money.howstuffworks.com/counterfeit7.htm. Chapter 3. Consumer Topics. Consumer Behavior, Why We Buy. Beyond function, what is it that makes people buy things? Off the top of my head, I'll list of several things that I think make people buy things. People buy to make themselves feel good. I've harped on this subject in my free spirit books, my money and business books, and even my love book. I believe we have been sold a way of life that I'll call capitalist materialism, which has made us seek happiness through the possession of material things. I believe the aspiration to possess material things to a modest level of comfort is good, but beyond that, it cannot compensate for an empty soul. We have a societal problem of empty souls. People don't realize they have true natures they should try to follow in order to honor their true essences as human beings and try to stay inspired about their lives by day. They buy into the illusions of the world, which is to be successful according to its standards, buy a bunch of stuff in order to feel good, capitalist materialism, and buy into pop culture entertainment as the cutting edge of life, which they think they should admire and try to imitate. This is the cult of consumerism. Seek happiness by buying things because you weren't strong enough to find your own identity and live by it away from this brainwash. Instead, you let yourself get seduced by the corporate capitalist agenda of the world, which is to constantly buy new things in an effort to give yourself some kind of psychological boost about how cool, privileged, special and great you are. For the elitists, buying things makes them feel superior and exclusive. It's a class thing, a socio-economic thing. Nobody really needs a BMW or a Hummer, but when you buy these things, you're making a statement to the world about how big, bad, cool, powerful and rich you are. People buy things to compensate for an empty soul. My belief is that most people have empty souls. They are probably successful by capitalist societal standards with a job that earns them a decent paycheck, but they are sacrificing their free time doing something they don't really love to do and are not tapped into their own essences as human beings. As a result of this, they have a gnawing sense of emptiness all the time deep down inside, but don't understand what it is, so they allow themselves to get seduced by commercial advertising and publicity which is trying to sell you an emotion, namely a temporary good feeling. It doesn't matter if it's good tasting food, the feeling of you driving a sleek car, how marvelous you look with that new dress or new hair color, how chic you look sipping wine in an uppity restaurant, reading a frivolous magazine, listening to the latest pop culture CD, it's all the same, make the consumer feel good in the moment. All these things fail for me because my connection is to my soul. My life is a search to hold onto my own personal standard of how it should be lived, which is a meld of inspired, sensuous, aesthetic, hedonistic, loving actions to make me feel great. But how many people are like this? Not too many. Most people work a dull job, then want some diversion to get themselves out of their dull lives for a minute or two. They get a healthy paycheck with disposable income but don't have the luxury of time to pursue bohemian activities like I do, because I don't play homie's game and buy into that world. They then pursue the system's version of happiness, go to the mall on the weekend not just to buy something but for the experience of it, to go out, do something, be seen, enjoy the event and, of course, to buy something to make themselves feel like good, successful clones. But it doesn't sustain them because they're right back next week buying some crap to fill up their otherwise empty lives. Meanwhile, the business people are licking their chops because they've got a society of empty people working, then spending their money trying to chase a good feeling for a minute or two. A guy like me stands on the sidelines, sees this capitalist agenda and thinks it's good for people like me because it gives me the consumer goods I want at low prices, but it's horrible for the karma of the world. It promotes vain, uppity people who associate a person's worth or character with how much brand name clothing he or she is wearing, and, on a more global level, we have a society of people hooked on material excess while half of the world is either hungry or can't afford even the most basic drugs. My point in all of this is, if you're in business, focus on making people feel good both in the experience of shopping in your store or on your website and with the product itself. It has to make them feel good for at least a minute or two. Appeal to their feel-good emotions. If you're a consumer, maybe I can inspire you to be more like me. Laugh contemptuously at this stupid system, then go off and try to live a glorious life for yourself away from all this crap. Some other reasons why we buy are as follows. For social reasons, to possibly meet a mate. The retail marketplace is where just about everybody goes. You can see people, be seen, meet new friends who could possibly become lovers and mates. To try to imitate and live out this ideal of glamour and pop culture coolness put forth by the commercial media. The problem with this is that it's fake. It's a fantasy. It has nothing to do with real life as lived day by day, yet how many people fall for it? To make the scene. Trendy people and others in general want to go where the people go to be a part of this social activity, to feel connected to the community. People are looking for action, entertainment, and fun for their otherwise dull, uninspired lives, and also looking for sex and or love. To my way of thinking, shopping and buying new things will not accomplish these things, but I must admit that I'm wrong, because plenty of guys have attracted girls because of the car they drive. Plenty of chicks have attracted guys because they were wearing trendy clothes, and plenty of couples have met at the mall. So despite my anti-shopping bent, we are just fallible human beings. We can't all be enlightened, seeking deep, profound, inspired experiences. Much of the Humsan condition is common and mundane. The shopping mall provides us all with an equal ticket to this brand of common human life. To keep up with the Joneses, aka status anxiety. It's a status thing with a lot of people. Rather than people being satisfied with their own status within themselves, the empty ones don't feel good unless they have the biggest house, the biggest swimming pool, the latest car, the trendiest clothes, the latest CD put out by some pop culture phony. The marketplace is the great equalizer. Everybody can go be among the masses provided they are willing to buy something. If you don't buy anything, it's private property. They can kick you out, so the marketplace is elitist in this sense. You need money and you have to buy things. In a sense, it's a subcommunity of materialistic people buying and selling things. Other types of people are not welcome. Beyond function, it's all about selling things by making people feel good and or look good. If you want to see how this is done, watch TV infomercials. They are geared to people's base desires, their vanity, and to make a quick pitch to reel them in. Try hashtag 306.309, hashtag 658.83 or HF541530 at the library. Consumer research. Simply go to the library, look through last year's Consumer Reports magazine, consumerreports.org, until you find the product tests for the product you're interested in. Consumer Reports also sell an annual buying guide, which is a book that covers all the major products they do tests on. If you're really into consumer product research like guns or cars, find information books and magazines in these topics to help you make an informed choice. For any product, type the following term into a search engine. The product, product review. The product, consumer research. Car tires, product review. Car tires, consumer research. Running shoes, product review. Running shoes, consumer research. TheShoppingBags.com is a website based on a TV shopping show where they compare and critique different products. Try hashtag 640.73 or TX335 at the library, which is the shopping section. ReviewPlace.com. Answers.com/topic/consumer. BadBusinessBureau.com. bbb.org/complaints/file.html. bbb.org/library. Bizrate.com, reports on companies. cbc.ca/consumer. ConsumerLab.com. ConsumerRatings.com. Consumer-research-guide.com. ConsumerReview.com. ConsumerReview.com, product reviews. ConsumersDigest.com. ConsumerWatchdog.org. CosmeticsCop.com. CPSC.gov, look for product recalls. Delphi.com/dir-login/index.asp, consumer discussion forum. Econoguide.com, go to secrets of the savvy consumer. Opinions.com. FDA.gov, 800-532-4440, Food and Drug Administration. ftc.gov/ftc/consumer. jpema.org, juvenile products. kutv.com/consumer. my3cents.com. nal.usda.gov/fnic/consumersitemoney.aol.com/consreport/smart shopping. newconsumer.org. onlinereviewboard.com, get a product reviewed. onlinescamreport.com. ripoffreport.com, people tell how they've been ripped off, tells you who to watch out for. safebuys.com. safeshopping.org. savvyconsumer.org/reports. savvyshopping.org. shopping.com/CDI, the shopping.com Consumer Demand Index. shopping.yahoo.com/premium/consumer reports. yahoo.com/business and economy/consumer economy/consumer opinion. yourcomments.com. Consumer protection laws. Consumer protection laws are geared for three main things: implied warranties, Does the product do what it's supposed to do? Deceptive advertising, misleading claims. Packaging must not mislead consumer. Safety of the product. You can get the free Consumer Resource Handbook from the American federal government at pueblo.gsa.gov, 888-8 Pueblo. The main magazines are Consumer Reports, consumerreports.org, Consumer Guide, and Consumer Digest. GaleGroup.com, 800-877 Gale publish the Consumer Sourcebook and Consumer Product Manufacturer Ratings. Federal Trade Commission. Public Reference Section. 6th and Pennsylvania Avenue, NW. Number 130. Washington, D.C. 20580. 202-326-2222. FTC.gov. Many free booklets about all manner of consumer products. Try number 640 or TX335 at the library. Adbusters.org. bbb.org/complaints/file.html. bbb.org/library. bbbonline.org. bizrate.com, reports on companies. consumerlawpage.com. consumerreports.org. consumersdigest.com. consumerwatchdog.org. cosmeticscop.com, cosmetics info. cpsc.gov, Consumer Product Safety Act. delphi.com/dir-login/index.asp, Consumer Discussion Forum. econsumerism.com, online shopping. fda.gov, Food, Drug, and Cosmetic Act, Fair Package and Liability Act. ftc.gov, Federal Trade Commission Act. ftc.gov/ftc/complaint, 877-382-4357. safeshopping.org. technophile.com. thepubliceye.com, shopping on the web. thepubliceye.com/compelts.htm, accepts complaints by businesses listed with them. trustee.org, only trusted companies can display its seal of approval. webwatchdog.com, geared for online shopping. webwatchdog.com/form/contactform.cfm. Unfair trade practices. Beyond antitrust laws, there are state unfair competition laws such as aggressively trying to steal your competition's customers. A manufacturer or broker who tries to intimidate retailers to sell at a certain price under threat of withholding product or any other threat. Any false statements you make about your goods or services. Bait and switch selling, advertising a product for a low price, then when the customer arrives at the store, they say the product isn't available and try to sell him a higher priced or lower quality one. Bribery. Copying another business's trademark, trade dress, patents, copyrights, etc. Deception in promotional contests. Disparagement of a competitor's products. Entering the transaction with any manner of attempt to fool or defraud the consumer. Giving some customers or geographic areas lower prices than in other parts of the country. Invasion of privacy. Making false negative statements against a competitor's products. Making representations that are misleading or deceptive, including verbal statements or advertising. Misappropriation of intellectual property. Price discrimination. Putting too much undue pressure on the consumer to enter a transaction. Pyramid selling, signing up distributors, making most of your money from the fees you charge them. Rigging the bidding in an auction situation. Safety of product. Selling a product for the higher price if there are two price tags on it. Selling a product for above the advertised price. Taking advantage of the consumer's inability to understand the transaction. Use of exaggeration, innuendo, or ambiguity in selling your products. Many other laws depending on the state you live in. If a consumer enters an agreement where he or she was induced to do so by a representation that was an unfair practice, the agreement may be rescinded anytime within 6 months after making the agreement, and the consumer is entitled to any remedy available through civil court, including damages. If you feel you've been the victim of an unfair trade practice, write a letter to the business concerned stating that you believe they committed some manner of fraud or deception on you which renders the contract void, and unless they settle with you by paying you back for the cost of the product, you will sue them in civil court for the cost of the product, damages caused to you plus punitive and exemplary damages. Furthermore, tell them you will circulate the story through the media unless they pay up. In Canada, the federal act is the Competition Act, and most of the provinces have their own Unfair Business Practices Act. abanet.org/litigation/committees/business-case-notes_unfair.html, case notes, unfair trade practices. aem.org/government/intl/issue.asp?i=23 atg.wa.gov/workarea/linkit.aspx, antitrust/unfair trade practices. benziesler.com, Boston Business Attorney. bespecific.com/mt/archive/013003.html, commentary on real estate valuation and unfair trade practices. bononilawgroup.com/practiceareas/unfairtrade.asp, Los Angeles, California Unfair Trade Practices Lawyers. branhamday.com, Nashville Unfair Business Practices and Antitrust Lawyers. bskb.com, Birch, Stewart, Kolask, and Birch, Law. cga.ct.gov, Connecticut Unfair Trade Practices Act. cronnymason.com/unfair.html, law firm in Memphis, TN. datcp.state.wi.us/core/trade practices/trade practices.jsp. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/directive_20055/29/ec_unfair_commercial_practices_directive, European Union. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/unfair_business_practices. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/unfair_labor_practice, certain actions taken by employers that violate the National Labor Relations Act, NLRA. export.gov/trade problem/exp_anti_dumping.asp. finweb.com/insurance/beware-of-unfair-trade-practices.html. fitzpatricksella.com/practice/unfairtrade.cfm, law practice. ftc.gov. ftc.gov/bcp/policies/tmt/ad-unfair.htm, FTC Policy Statement on Unfairness, List of Unfair Trade Practices. gmf-law.com/trade_practices.html, Durham Unfair Trade Practices Attorneys, NC. ia.ita.doc.gov, Import Administration, safeguards American industries and jobs from unfair trade practices. janus.state.me.us/legis/statutes/9/Title 9 SEC 5014.html, the Unfair Trade Practices Act. joegriffith.com/unfair-trade-practices.html, Charleston SC Unfair Trade Practices Attorneys. law.edu/topics/unfair_competition.html. masslegalhelp.org/consumer/unfair-deceptive-trade-practices. members.aol.com/statutes8/73.cp1.html, Unfair Trade Practices and Consumer Protection Law. neighborhoodlaw.org, Unfair and Deceptive Trade Practices. nvo.com/ringlaw/unfair trade. opi.state.mt.us/bill/mca_toc/30_14_2.htm, Unfair Trade Practices and Consumer Protection, Montana. oppenheimlaw.com, business lawyer, does unfair trade practices. Practices in intellectual property law, unfair competition, trade secrets. rosen-law-firm.com/unfair-trade-practices.shtml, South Carolina Unfair Trade Practices Attorneys. thelawforum.com/areas/unfair_trade_practices/index.asp toy-ict.org/info/unfairtrade.html usdoj.gov wllasd.com, litigation with heavy emphasis in all areas of competition law, including antitrust, unfair trade practices. wolfbaldwin.com/lawyers_attorneys/articles.asp, the Pennsylvania Unfair Trade Practices and Consumer Protection Law. Consumer behavior websites. acnews.com/news/index.shtml allbusiness.com bcg.com/publications/files/new_consumer_ofa_dec01.pdf bedfordevolvingmedia.co.uk, branding and marketing services. bigresearch.com briefing.com/investor/public/stock analysis/sectorview.htm claritas.com/sample/site report/consumer_spending_patterns_06.pdf consumerpanels.php consumerpsychologist.com consumersinternational.org cottoninc.com/textile-consumer ddimagazine.com directory.jade.com/retail_industry.html en.wikipedia.org/wiki/consumer_spending en.wikipedia.org/wiki/consumerism envirozell.com envirozell.com/publications/quotes.html euromonitor.com/consumer_lifestyles_in_hong_kong_china euromonitor.com/who_buys_what evolvingmedia.co.uk/home/services/branding, key consumer trends and spending patterns. Forrester.com/shopping.yahoo.com/b:"consumer behavior. Forrester.com/find_research/results. Forrester.com/products/market research/consumer. ft.com. gmi-mr.com/global-panels. guardian.co.uk/retail. imediaconnection.com. incontext.indiana.edu, changing spending patterns. manifolddatameaning.com. marketresearch.com. market-research-report.com. mindbranch.com/products/r443-167.html, consumer spending patterns for digital home entertainment. morgan-hill.ca.gov, consumer spending patterns report. msctrustgate.com/pdf/consumeraware.pdf. no.capgemini.com/m/no/tl/pdf_through_the_store shopping_through_in_behavior_behavior_.pdf. p2pays.org. pcensus.com. popstats.com. portal.acm.org. retailtrends.com. shop.org. shopping.yahoo.com/b:"consumer behavior. stats.government.nz/domino/external/web/prod_serve.nsf/html docs/consumer+spending. straightgis.ic.gc.ca/epic/internet/eno.ca-bc.nsf/n/ca02117e.html, Canada's Office of Consumer Affairs, Consumer Trends Report. swcollege.com/web_resources/consumer.htm. swlearning.com/web_resources/consumer.htm. the-infos-hop.com/study/dc27132_consumer_spending.html. thirdwaveresearch.com. tipmagazine.com. ubix.net/local/blog/jmt/stuff3, How much time was spent by a consumer before coming to a decision whether or not to buy it? us.inforce.com/page/news/times_and_trends